with Jeff Sneider. What's the deal with the Golden Globes? There are plenty of surprises and snubs that were announced this morning. We don't have a moment to spare. Let's dive right in. We're here with TV editor Jethro Nededog. Jethro, what was your take on this morning's announcement?
Well, you know, I think that there are definitely some highlights from the awards nominations. The Golden Globes, when it comes to TV, has always been very, very progressive, sort of forward-thinking, more than the Emmys, more even sometimes than SAG. I would say the biggest thing that happened for me was the fact that CW, Cinemax, and Amazon are now in the race. Those three entities have never been talked about in the race, right, for any awards.
Gina Rodriguez got nominated, Jeffrey Tambor for Transparent. Yes. I've only seen the pilot of that. I loved it. I need to catch up with that series.
It's great. It's a great show. And then the Knicks. Showtime's The Knick actor Clive Owen has also been included. So that for them is like a huge change from the Skinemax idea to them sort of creating these dramas. And it's a very interesting twist, and then we'll see how that affects the Emmy voters.
They're major players in the awards game now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the next biggest thing I think is sort of the comedy mix-up, or that they kind of did with throwing in Jane the Virgin for CW and Transparent for Amazon in that comedy mix.
Yeah, no Modern Family, no Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
No, none of the old stalwarts that usually stand up there and accept the award. Of course, TV people like to joke that we like to see what Golden Globes vote for, to see who's going to lose to Modern Family when the Emmys are happening. But anyway, they're not even in the mix.
I think it's great that there's new blood.
Absolutely. I think it's great. The Hollywood Foreign Press Association is always sort of, I mean, they always sort of think about what they think is sort of going to be the next big hit. But, as you mentioned, Brooklyn Nine-Nine not even appearing, and they basically championed that show last year.
Right, exactly.
So not even appearing in this list was very interesting to me.
I was also surprised by the AMC shows not being on the list. Mad Men, Walking Dead. I know Homeland wasn't nominated, although it was great to see, it's Showtime sibling The Affair. So.
Yeah. Oh, well, you and I mean, I know that you believe that the movie miniseries category is very, very competitive. I mean, I think that one of the reasons why you see Jane the Virgin, for example, a dramedy, in the comedy category is because there are so many great dramas right now on TV that a lot of people are trying to be sort of considered as a comedy to sort of be in that category rather than the drama category. And as you can see from the dramas that didn't make it, it's still a very tough category.
No doubt. I just felt like it's a little bit neutered this year because my favorite TV shows like Fargo and True Detective are competing in the miniseries category up against The Normal Heart, which is one of the best films that I saw all year as well. I noticed that Louis did not get nominated this year, but Louis C.K. got an acting nomination, and I think he's fantastic. He's underrated as an actor. That episode with the overweight bartender where he goes on a date with her, I thought his acting was fantastic in that episode, so I hope that they give him serious consideration.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, just to kind of give you an overall idea of the count for TV. HBO, once again, it does really well at the awards. It's -- Showtime comes up at 9. The Affair.
They had the most series, Showtime.
Yeah.
Right? The most series nominations, okay.
And The Affair broke in, and The Affair has been something that critics have been loving. I'm not sure if the general public is I think it's probably an underwatched show when it comes to the general public, but you should check it out. It's really stylistic. It's really great.
And there's just a surplus of great TV performances this year. I think Alison Tolman versus Frances McDormand will be really interesting to watch. She's a newcomer, and McDormand is obviously an award-winning veteran. And I'm also really curious about that supporting actor in a miniseries or whatever, just because I love Jon Voight. I think he's so fantastic on Ray Donovan. As great, as impressive as Matt Bomer was in The Normal Heart, as much as I love Colin Hanks on Fargo and Bill Murray and Olive Kitteridge, Jon Voight just, he's like a firecracker on that show.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a tough category. Every one of those guys delivered amazing performances.
So that's our take on TV. Yep. Jethro, thank you very much. Stay tuned for part 2 of our Golden Globes coverage, where we're going to be talking about the film side. Where can we find you on Twitter?
At @TheRealJethro on Twitter.
And I'm at @TheInSneider. Thanks for reading TheWrap.com. What's the deal with Jeff Sneider?